Oh, that means taking my laptop with me. Ugh. Oh, he can't just be fluffy because I dropped a bomb on him earlier, so... All these characters are assholes, okay?
I don't have the strongest writing. I mean, you don't have to have like beautiful prose to write a very good and engrossing YA novel. The next book I read was Neverworld Wait. This was the first one I read that was such a fascinating and apt case of this one straddles it, but I would personally say that this is not a YA novel. This book is the best illustration I may have ever read of the difference between narrate versus dramatize. Cabin's doing great as well, and everyone's just so like talkative and fun. And now I get to start chapter 12. Love your name, Megan, because it's the alliteration. I like the M's. Oh no, where did I go? Oh no. Catrice is here. Hi. Victoria Curie, awesome! It's because I just have to keep up with everything, and so I'm like, yay, it's so good to see!
It's 3 a.m., but Brooke Passmore is doing a live write-in. So, I'm here. Still dressed in Tuesday's outfit because I haven't slept. I mean, I was writing up until midnight, and then I got the reminder that her write-in was going to start at 3, and I was like... So I've been editing video for the last few hours. Editing video, I've been trying. I've been trying. It takes me forever to edit video. So I've been doing that for the last few hours, waiting to do sprints with other people because I've been rewatching sprints and just doing them on my own. So hopefully we'll get to sprints soon and I will be able to get some good writing in today. Since I'm awake right now, like I don't know if I'll still be awake like in 2 hours. I mean, I will because of sprints, but I don't know if I'll be awake to do something since I haven't slept. But it'd be fun to go to a coffee shop and write, or to the library and write. That would be fun. Let's see if maybe I can do that today and write out of the house a little bit. Oh, that means taking my laptop with me. Ugh. Ugh. That thing is a monster. I don't like taking it with me. She's still talking to people. So it's a long greeting process. There are 62 people watching right now, and I'm like, at least some of them are close to my time zone, so we're all just here at 4 a.m. It's fine. They're talking about their camp goals, so I'm like,
yeah, I'm so happy everyone is here and that everyone is possibly awake in order to do this. So
I'm still awake. I'm ready. Yeah. Hey everyone, it is later on Wednesday and it's 6:15 and I ended up not feeling very good earlier today. My back really hurt, so I canceled my appointment because it hurt too bad to get up and drive and go sit at an appointment for, I didn't want to. So instead I took a nap. I'm feeling a little bit better right now. My back still hurts though, and I can't take my usual meds, like anti-inflammatories specifically, 3 days before my epidural. So I'm on day 2 without any sort of pain med, and I'm like, okay. And my neck's really hurting me right now too, so I'm doing great. I have the replay of Ride-In with Natalie, Mandyland, and Brooke Passmore again. I have that on, and we are about only a few minutes in. They're chatting, so I have it muted, but I'm hoping to watch that for a couple hours, for however long it goes, and see what I can get done if I can concentrate that long. Whew, my back hurts just sitting here. Oh, this is gonna be fun. I really want to keep writing because I like where I'm at in the story, so I'm like I'm at the really exciting parts, so I'm gonna keep working on that, I think, and just see how much I can get done. Usually once I get into the story and get writing, then I can usually ignore the pain for at least a little while. All right, I'm gonna get to writing, and yeah. All right, I'll see you on the other side. Yeah.
I'm sure many of you other author tubers and writers know what I'm talking about when you are trying to flesh out that 0 draft, 1st draft, 2nd draft for it to make sense and for it to not be one huge info dump. The mother middle. I have my work cut out for me. The theory. So when I look at my writing, all I see is the mistakes. All I see is the passive voice. All I see is the character lacking motivation. All I see are really clunky, slow action scenes when I try to write them. I thought it's a struggle for me. And so I've had days where I've been staring at my computer screen trying to write, and it's just like not coming. His comics on Webtoons, and we're doing a Kickstarter for him, and so yeah, it's the one I keep linking you. Yeah. He's such a great guy. It's just, he's
Hello everybody. It is Thursday, July 25th. I don't even know what day it is. I think it's been a little while since I updated. I have not felt good at all the last few days. My back basically hurts worse after the epidural. It's a different pain than the usual pain. I've barely been able to get out of bed the last few days just because it really hurts to sit down. I can sit down for a little bit of time. I feel a little bit better, but it's still really hard for me to walk. It wasn't what I was expecting. It hurts. Hopefully it'll get better. I know it'll be a week tomorrow. I feel at least a little bit okay right now, so I think I'm going to try to write. I don't know how long I'll be able to sit here. I'm gonna do my best. I haven't even looked at my planner since last week, and I was starting to really feel antsy about not writing for the past few days. That's not what I wanted to happen, you know. It's the last full week of camp, and I guess technically if I write now, like I do kind of have one more full week. Like, yeah, I didn't get to write for 4 or 5 days, so yeah, like I would have liked those 4 or 5 days to really get into like that last part of my story. I did finish the climax event pretty much. I think the next scene that I was going to write starts going into the consequences of that, and we start heading toward the resolution. If I remember, at least one more thing happens after the climax, which is kind of weird, but that's how I wrote it, and I guess technically that could probably go into book 2. It's just that it did happen at the same time as the climax. The characters just don't fight out. It happens until the next day. So it's like I had to reveal it after the climax, and it is sort of important. So I was like, yeah, no, I guess it's still going there. So I still have all of like the resolution and closing up the book. I did my goals for this week for the scenes. I was taking a look at the checklist of scenes. I forgot that when I had further narrowed down the scenes into days again, because I do feel like that works for my book, is to go day by day in the story. There were some aspects of the plot that I was able to alter to fit with the new additions I had made, but there were also some that I didn't quite fit in. They're still listed, and I had to kind of look at what I had wrote, and I was hoping that I would be able to combine some of those scenes. Usually that's not what ends up happening when I'm writing, but looking at the amount of scenes that I still technically had listed, I was trying to go through my head and figure out the actual order of events, how many scenes I would have to write in order to cover that kind of stuff and still keep a balance in the storylines as they're wrapping up. Wrote them down, and it ended up being a lot more scenes than I thought. Now, it does help that I do still have, I would say, the majority of the scenes written. I keep saying that, but and then like I go to try to find them and then they're not there, but I do have the ending scenes written. I will have to rewrite them, but overall I have most of the scenes ready. I was really hoping to get this done in July. I mean, it's not that big of a deal if I have to finish in August, because I have done so much work this month that I covered a lot of ground for my book, and that makes me really happy to see that I can list out all of the scenes that I have left to write. It does still fit right here. I'm going to start working on this, and I guess jump right into the scene that I left off on, where they're still technically on site of the climax event. So they're still dealing with it technically. It's not exactly over, but the main action is over. There are some additions that I added for this next group of scenes that will be interesting to write, I think, because it deals with a subplot that I was kind of pushing off towards later in this book series, but I wrote the scene down. I guess I'll have to see when it comes to it if it feels right for that scene to be there, because I did plan for this subplot concerning Emily to be pushed back. I don't know, I was just looking at it and I was like, it kind of makes sense for this to happen here, and nothing's really going to happen from it, I don't think. I think the majority of that subplot will still come in starting in book 2. I think it would be good to introduce it, and it's something that has been talked about throughout the entirety of the book. Like it's not coming out of nowhere. It's just kind of funny because this particular point in the subplot I didn't want to happen until later on, because it does start to force the characters into a corner. Kane in particular is going to feel the pressure. I'm actually really interested to see what he does in this scene in this first book, because the way I had imagined it, it's happening book 2, book 3, And I was like, you know, I don't entirely know how he's going to react in this scene. And so that'll be, it's a fun aspect of the discovery writing process, that even if I have scenes in mind, sometimes I'm like, I don't know how this is going to go. I have it written down, I have a summary of the scene, but I still don't know how it's going to go. So I am at 90 hours for my camp total, so I only have 10 more hours, but considering how bad my back hurts right now, I don't know that I'll be able to, how much I'll be able to do like every day, but I am going to try my best, obviously, because I want to do good this camp. I've already accomplished so much that I am really proud of my progress, and it's not a big deal to me, like if I don't meet my camp goals, like that's not a big deal. I just really want to get as many of these scenes done as possible over the next 7 days, basically. Yeah, 7 days to do 18 scenes. If I was feeling better, I would be able to do it. That's the thing, is that if I was still able to write like I was before the epidural, like I could probably get it done. I'm just looking forward to it. All right, enough of me blabbering. I'm going to try to write for as long as possible. All right, let's see how much I can get done. Bye.
I've been watching TV drama, and I was like in the middle of a Smoky Glow video about Jacqueline Hill in the video, and like hit pets or anything like that, we would.
Hello everybody, it is the 26th. Is it Friday now? I think so. Was yesterday Thursday? I lose track of days. 6 o'clock, it's 6:10. Okay, it's after 6, but that's okay. Yeah, okay, I don't really have plans for today. Like, I'm just gonna work on the next scene. And I was looking over my notes again last night. I was done, but I was still looking them over, and I realized that I forgot what I had written in his last section. And so when I went back to look at it, I was like, oh yeah. I was kind of dropping bombs, and I didn't really mean to. And then it's like, oh, okay, I got to deal with the consequences of that, because I forgot, like I was gonna write this kind of fluffy scene before he finds out what happened in the climax to the other characters. And then I was like, oh, he can't just be fluffy because I dropped a bomb on him earlier, so. I didn't mean to. It just ended up happening, but it ended up fitting in with the change in the climax that I rolled with. All of those little surprises all worked together. So I don't know, my brain's working on something when I'm not thinking about it. Like, I just wish, like, at the time when I'm making those changes, like I would make the connections at that moment for me to go, why am I putting this character here? Why am I mentioning them? And then going, oh, because now I am going to include them. It just doesn't happen for me right away. But I don't know. I trust my instincts for the most part. So I was considering yesterday that I might need to just scrap it and rewrite this scene. And now that I remembered that I kind of altered the course of it, I was like, oh yeah, no, I probably will not end up using the scene I had originally written. Maybe somewhere else I can like incorporate it, because I liked the dynamics of the characters that I wrote in it, but right here as it stands, it no longer fits. So it is what it is. I'm going to do my best to just try to finish this Paul scene. If I can at least get that done, then I will be happy with my progress today, because I really feel like I need to lay down. I'm tired and sore and just, yeah. All right, off to writing. Hey everybody, it is Saturday 27th? Yeah. It's about 4 o'clock and I've already written for 2 hours today. I went over to a friend's house and wrote there, and I think I got a lot more done there than usual because, I don't know, I wasn't as distracted. No internet. They have internet, I wasn't using it. I don't know. They have stairs, which was hard on me, but I'm slowly starting to feel better. Not back the way I was before the epidural, but better than I have been like earlier in the week. So it's a little bit easier for me to move around, but I'm still just not back to normal. So I'm feeling like I'm getting better though. But I guess I just wanted to update because I didn't film at my friend's house because it's my friend's house. So I just didn't film there. Let's see. I finished the scene for Emily and Kane and Paul. So I did 3, and I think I only did like a tiny bit of rearranging, or it's not quite what I thought it was going to be. Working on Paul's section right now, it started to go someplace I didn't expect it. Not in a bad way, like it does encourage his growth and lead into like the decisions he has to make for the end of the book. I just kind of wasn't expecting it. That means I have finished 1 day in the story, and I have 3 days left in the story. I mean, I've done 6 point of views in the last, I guess, 3 days. Could be better, could be better. I was taking a look at the next day's worth of sections, and I was like, what am I doing? That's it. I just wanted to do a quick update since I didn't do any filming, but I have about 13 scenes left to write for what I have written down. So obviously I either add more, usually add more. 4 more days, oh gosh. 4 more days to do all those scenes. We'll see, because I was looking at the scene plan and I'm hoping to maybe be able to combine more than I originally thought. Like maybe cut down one of those days. I have it separated in day 4, 5, 6, and 7, and I just finished day 4. And I'm looking at it, I was like, I might be able to smush day 5 and 6 together. That's what I'm hoping. So that'll only cut down like 3 planned scenes right now. But anything's better than nothing. I'm still just trying to get this stuff done, and it's been mostly new stuff that I've been writing. I thought I would be rewriting scenes, and I have for the most part, but a lot of these scenes are still going to be new. So not as much rewriting as I thought, still just adding words. All right, I'll show you what my planner looks like for today, and I will check back in with you guys tomorrow. Everybody, it's Sunday the 28th. I'm struggling a little bit, but I did end up getting quite a bit done for this week, despite the fact that, you know, I only worked for the last 4 days and I've only been working a couple hours each day. That's about all I can stand to be at my desk, and for that I've really been pushing the amount of work I get done in those 2 hours. So I am proud of that. But since there's only a few more days of camp, I'm going to hold off on like wrapping up until those days are over. But I will show you what this week looks like for my stats and stuff. Hello everybody. It is, sorry, I've got my stuff all over the place. All my notebooks got mixed up. I was going to go to Starbucks or someplace because I'm feeling a little bit better. I did spend some time going over my scene plan notes because when I finished yesterday's stuff, you know, I had rearranged a bunch of scenes. There were 7 scenes planned and I added like 2 new ones. So I wrote 9 scenes over the last 4 days, which is actually really good for me, but they were really good scenes to write. And I had this whole other list, and you know, I was really trying to figure out how to condense the number of scenes I had per day. So I took a lot of time looking at my Trello, all the scene cards I had. As I was looking at it, like where I was as I was wrapping up yesterday, those scenes, I was like, it's the same day. Like, we are going into day 5, but for me, as I was writing, like, I didn't stop and be like, okay, here's the break for a day. Like, to these characters who are kind of not sleeping through the night, it's the same day. I do the same thing, so it made sense to me. I ended up pushing a lot of those scenes into day 4, and day 5 I only ended up having 1 scene left because there were only 3 or something in there to begin with. Then I looked at day 6. There were a couple cards that I did move to another card. I made it like a kind of like an unused scenes card. So I moved those over because I don't think they really apply anymore. They were part of Paul's storyline, and I think for the changes I made for his storyline, it makes sense. There were just little aspects that they're at least not going to happen in this book. I might find a way to put it into book 2, but I'm not sure that's possible because there was just a part of like his storyline where I was like, oh, it's going here, and I had a few points on it, and basically by the time I hit the first point, I was like going somewhere else with it. Like following on a parallel journey, but hitting different points because I was changing who was involved and what was actually happening. That got rid of 2 scenes. I really started looking at what I wanted to happen, and I added a couple that I knew I was going to write. I just hadn't added it to the scene list. So I added them to the scene list, and as I was going through, I was looking at it and I was like there's too much. I don't want the ending to drag on after the climax, and the characters do have to deal with a couple more things, a couple more revelations before we get the true wrap-up. Technically the wrap-ups happen on the tail ends of their last revelations, but it's still, I didn't want it to feel like, oh, here's this climax event and then like stuff is still happening, and I was like, well, yeah, that's because stuff is still happening. Like just because my characters went through a climax event doesn't mean stuff's not still happening in the world around them. So yeah, I finished Emily's scene and I went into Kane's scene, and it just wasn't as climactic as I thought it was going to be because there was a confrontation between Kane and another character, and I thought it was going to be a big deal because of this storyline that has been pushing forward in book 1, even though I was like, you're a book 2 storyline. This makes a lot of sense. I wasn't quite putting it together because I was like, why is that guy acting a little bit out of character? Like, he would be pushing more, but there's a reason why he just lets it go. So it took me looking at the scene plan though to go, oh, okay. So that actually finished up day 4. So day 5, when I had 3 scenes, it now has 11. So I combined all of what I had for day 5, 6, and 7. I got rid of 4 scenes in their entirety. Even though on Trello it says there are 11 scenes here, right now I have 7 scenes written down because I'm hoping that mostly a lot of these Paul sections will be 1 section. I'm being optimistic here. So I spent a long time doing that, trying to figure out what I wanted to keep, what I wanted to move around, and knowing that I have these huge scenes that are like, they're blocks of text like this going, I can make that 1 section. Maybe. I did 9 scenes over the last 4 days. I have 3 days to do 7 scenes. But I'm really excited because of the scenes that I finished yesterday, that the confrontation that I was like, it's not quite going where I thought it was. There's kind of a push for Emily and Kane to be doing something different in book 2. And they can't really say no to it because this guy knows a secret about them now, and he's like, you're gonna go do this. So Emily and Kane are just like, I guess. What I really like is what that means is that even though it was not something I had considered, it made sense. Like I always trust my brain with whatever it's doing in the current scene, even if it doesn't make sense to me and I'm sitting there going, that character's acting a little out of character. And then I'm like, oh, he let them have this conversation because he was basically going to blackmail them. Sounds good. But that pushing them onto that course makes so much sense because of the way I have book 2 ending. I was like, what? So I was really excited about that when I looked at those scenes and I thought, yes, I'm changing that up. That's how that's going. And that makes a lot of sense because of how I have book 2 ending. It has a lot more to do with the magic aspects of this world. That does mean I do have a lot of rethinking for the second book and further. I have to rethink that whole plot outline. I would have to do that anyway, but now I actually have to think what that means for these characters and what they're going to be doing and how they get into that situation that ends book 2, because it is all still directly correlated to what's been happening in book 1. It just kind of escalates. I'm like really happy about that, because a lot of this stuff I feel like was being set up in book 2 because of book 2 being more magic heavy, and I do think it makes a little bit more sense to introduce the magic in book 1, even though it does start to come on a little bit later. That way you're starting to get a feel for some of it, so then when you go into book 2, the fact that it is more about the magic, it's going to make sense, and it's not just going to have come out of nowhere. I have to keep thinking about it, where I'm like, did I lay the groundwork for things that are going to be happening in the future? And so far, I think I've done a pretty damn good job for laying down the groundwork for future books. Even one that like people probably aren't even gonna realize I was laying down the groundwork until it happens, and then you're gonna be like, wait, what? And I'll be like, yeah, hey, back in book 1 when this happened, that was the first part of all of this. It's a lot, man. It is a lot, but I had so much fun rethinking about this and just getting so excited about, like, I was already excited going into the end, and I know I only have 3 days, but like, hell, even if I don't finish it in these 3 days, I see what I need to do and I'm excited, and just seeing the potential for how ending this book will set up the next book and the future of the series, and I hope people will start to understand where it's going. I'm like so excited. So I'm excited to get to work. All right, I have about 7 scenes in 3 days. What can I get done? I've been getting quite a bit done in last week of like 2-hour writing sprints, because the scenes have been good and fun to write. Oh god, this is gonna be so fun. The ending is really important for a book, but this is just like, I'm excited. My back really freaking hurts. Can my excitement overpower the pain? Maybe for a little while. I'm ready to write, and I'm ready to get some work done. So yes. We'll see how much I get done today, and I will update you guys, and I can't wait. We're almost done with camp, and I'm almost done with this book. Okay. I gotta write.
I didn't get a whole lot done. I'm trying to wrap my head around the scene that I'm writing.
Okay, so I have no one to talk to because obviously I'm watching the replay of this. So it's really funny to watch people talk to other people, and I'm just like, I'm here. Just in that 10-minute sprint, I was able to, I don't even know how much I wrote. I see that I squished 2 words together into one, and apparently that's wrong, but I do that a lot. 631 words. So that's actually pretty good for a 10-minute sprint for me, but I think because I am so excited that I'm eager to get this stuff done. It's a lot of dialogue too, like this was a conversation over the phone, so it's something I would probably need to slow down in pacing to, you know, add to the environment. But right now I don't mind going through these last scenes with a lot of dialogue, because that's what it is. Like, it is a lot of dialogue, and I can fix the rest of it later. I'm just really excited. Okay, I'm so excited. So I'm going to keep writing. Let me separate that word so that it actually is a word or 2. Yeah, I will keep writing when they do their next sprint. And all right, let's get back to writing. Good afternoon, everybody. I almost said good morning, but it's afternoon. It is Tuesday the 30th, and honestly, I'm excited to start writing. Yesterday, I finished 3 scenes. I felt like I was really on a roll. I didn't want to stop, but oh god, my back still hurts today. It's slowly getting better, but it's just, I get these like sharp twinges of pain going up my back and down my legs, and I'm just like, Okay, So as it stands right now, I have 5 scenes to write. I'm really excited because I've liked where this has been going. Obviously it's the same book, it's the same plot, and sometimes I'm just rewriting scenes and hopefully making them better. But I don't know, it's just, I guess it's because I'm coming up on the end and it's taking me forever to get here. So 2 days, 5 scenes, I think I can do it. I think I can do it. I'm gonna keep trying, and I'm going to try to figure out what I'm actually doing. Like, I'll figure it out, I guess. It's my whole thing. I'll figure it out. Okay, so I'm going to fix this, and then I'm going to get to writing and see how much I can get done for the day. I'm excited for Paul's scene after that because it's a revelation. Where Paul's going to end his storyline for this book is just really interesting. It makes a lot of sense for his future storyline. I just wasn't connecting the dots for what I've been like rewriting in this first book until now. So hopefully those dots will actually connect when readers read the book. Hopefully. And I really like it because it's becoming a parallel to Emily's story, and I'm so happy about it because that's what happens to them throughout like the whole series. The paths they actually end up going on are different and sometimes put them at odds, and I'm just like, yes. Like, I can't wait for future books, and I'm just I need to finish working on the end of this book though. But I am excited. I don't know how long that will take me to write, but we have 2 back-to-back scenes. Paul and Kane and Emily talking to the same character. So the same character is going to be giving them different revelations. So you get to see why their paths are going to start to kind of branch off a little bit. And I kind of like that it is that way. I don't often have scenes like this where we're going to have a direct like mirror moment, and I feel like it's nice. It's nice to have it at the end because I feel like we will probably get a few moments like this throughout the series when it comes to them, is the decisions they make, putting them on different paths, and sometimes they have to make the decisions at the same time. Like, you go one way and I'll go the other, and I guess we'll see what happens. Oh boy. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. I'm just I'm having fun though. I'm having a lot of fun. So I want to get writing. So I'm gonna get to writing. Last day of camp, and I have 3 scenes left to write. I'm almost there. I'm almost there. I feel like I haven't been able to talk very well today and yesterday. I feel like my head hurts a little bit more. I don't know if it's because I've been back at the computer for a few days and I'm still just not quite feeling great. My neck hurts and everything, but I'm so close that I just want to finish. So I'm going to get to writing and see how much I can get done. I'll see how I feel. I'm like, my neck and back already hurt, and it's 11 o'clock. So I'm just going to do my best. Let's hope.
The grandmother's personality was very much like.
Okay, so I finished Kane's scene. And I'm almost finished with Paul's scene. I feel like I can wrap that up in the next couple sentences. I'm not exactly happy with the way his is going, I guess, like in terms of me trying to wrap up the story. Like I'm not entirely happy with it. I don't know. I also kind of feel like I need to take a break and clean because my desk is getting kind of messy again. I guess I'm just feeling overwhelmed. At this point I think my brain's just trying to find things to distract me with because I'm almost done. Alright, anyway, I do think I might get up and just do a little bit of stuff. Alright. Okay, so I cleaned up a little bit. It's a little bit cleared off. I mean, my planners and my pens and stuff are still out, but I moved some stuff around, so I feel a little bit better. Oh my god, I finished. Okay, I'm ready to write like the end of book 1 on this document. I guess I'll show you me doing that. Okay, yeah, all right. Let me type the end so I can just be done. Okay, so yeah, that's it. It doesn't really feel real right now because I have worked on this for so long. Yeah, okay, so let me get some of the stats. I haven't looked at like how many words I've actually taken out and how many words this is. So let's see. Let's take a look. Oh my god. Well, it's not as long as it has been. I will say that, but it is it's long. This book is so long, oh my god. Alright, final word count of draft 2 of this long ass book. 262,353 words. 758 pages in a Word document. That's so much. That is so much. Okay, so let me see. In the stuff I've removed that I was kind of saving for later, like I was removing it with the intention to reuse it, is 67,936 words. That is the, like, my saved document. Let me see about like actual deleted document, because I haven't been putting stuff in the deleted document for a little while, so it shouldn't be really long, but I do know that I have deleted stuff. Deleted document is only 24,408 words. Those two documents together are around 86,000, tiny bit more than that. That's the stuff I've taken out of this story. So I'm just not even sure like what to do with that. See, I have another document of deleted stuff that is 31,000 words. So I just, whatever amount it is, it's almost another 100,000 words of stuff I've removed. And it's currently 262,000 words. And I just, okay, so I finished draft 1 at, I'm gonna say like 113,000 words. So it started out kind of long already, and it was my intention to shorten it, you know, even though I knew I was going to be adding things. So I went from 113,000 to 262,000, having also removed 86,000. Basically 230,000 some odd words that I have written for draft 2. No wonder it took me so long to work on this. I felt like it took me a long time, and I know I was struggling with some of the world building, trying to connect the puzzle pieces in my head. I seriously, like I'm kind of at, I don't even know what to do with myself right now that I'm finished with draft 2. And really this is only draft 2, and I have so much work to do for this ridiculously long story. Even having worked on this book for so long, I still love these characters. I love the story that is evolving kind of every time like I really delve into it. Yeah, I still have a lot to do. I still can't believe I finished this draft. It's so long in the making, and I just, I'm excited for what I get to do next, I guess. Tomorrow is a brand new month. I'm looking forward to it. I know I'm probably going to have some roadblocks for the next draft, just like I did for this draft, but yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to reading through it. I don't really remember the beginning and like the first half because I've spent so much time and effort on the middle and the end over the last 2 years, maybe. it was a long time. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna keep talking for way too long, but I'm sure this vlog is already entirely too long because it's me. It's me. So at this point, I know it's really too long. But so yes, thank you so much for watching all of my camp vlog, this wrap up. If you have been watching my channel for a while, for supporting me and seeing me through as I struggle with this draft. I am just super excited that I finished it. So thank you all very much for watching, for your support, commenting. I love you all. Thank you so very, very much. And let me know how your guys' camp went. I'm sure most of you have probably already updated your vlogs, so I probably already know, but let me know anyway, or let me know whenever you're watching this video what's going on, what your writing plans are, or what your life plans are. And yeah, give this video a like if you liked it, comment down below, and subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!